Hello folks, this is Tom Martin. This is my lottery strategy game, Decoding the Powerball. I'm updating my game for December 9th, 2017. So for this video, I'll be updating my Group 1 numbers. Okay, but before I do that, let me just go over a little bit about my game. Okay, so if you've never seen my videos before, what you're looking at is what I call the game card. This represents all 69 white ball numbers in the Powerball lottery. I really don't have anything for the Powerball itself. My goal is to get all 5 white balls correct and win the $2 million prize with the Power Play option. Okay, so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I'm going to go to the Powerball homepage. And you can see these are the 5 numbers that just came up. The 19, 20, 50, 55, and 62. Okay, so there's 69 numbers total. And only 5 numbers can come up. Okay, so for me, I just think that it should be easier to pick the numbers that won't be coming up than the 5 that actually do. Okay, so again, 64 numbers won't be coming up. Okay, so to help me do that, I'm going to go to my Group 1 numbers. Okay, and all this is designed to do is to help me pick the numbers that I don't think will be coming up. Okay, so the strategy is try to eliminate as many numbers as possible and then simply pick from the rest. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Powerball homepage. And again, the 5 white numbers that came up were the 19, 20, 50, 55, and 62. So what I do is I record those numbers of how they land within these colored areas down here in the stats. Okay, so for this drawing here, the 19 and 20 were in the red area. Okay, there was none in the blue. The 50 was in the orange. And the 55 and 62 were in the green. Okay, so I have 2 in the green, 2 in the red, and 1 in the orange for 5 balls total. So I'm just going to mark these red because they hit. And I'm going to mark the miss with a blue mark. Okay, so the strategy is you want to try to guess where these zeros are going to pop up here. Okay, so if you think that this is going to repeat itself and have another 0 right here, then you eliminate these blue numbers off of the game card right here. Okay, so again, you want to eliminate numbers as much as possible and then simply pick from the rest. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next one here. Actually, I'm going to mark this. This is, I'm going to reduce this, put 54. And that means that 54 blue marks have hit in this blue area. Okay, so if you count all these blue ones, it will equal 54 total. Okay, so now I'm off to the next one. Okay, so for the red area, okay, there's the 50 in here. So there's 1. And then there was 2 blue ones, the 19 and 20. Then there was 1, the 62, and the 55 was green. So I hit all 4 colors. So when that happens, I call that a row. Okay, so that just helps me see what's been going on here. So by doing this, I could easily just look down and see what a row has been. Okay. And the funny thing is usually after 2 of these, usually there's a miss. Okay, so the miss was right here on this one. Sometimes it goes 3, sometimes it even goes 4. But for the majority of the time, like 90% of the time, once it goes 2, there's usually a miss. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next one. Number 3. Okay, so I started off with these. So there's no red, 2 blue, no orange, and the 50, 55, and 62 were all in green, so 3 green. So I'm going to mark the ones that hit in red and the ones that miss in blue. Okay, so I'm going to change this to 58 and I'm going to change this to 70. Okay, so moving on. Okay, so for this one here, again, it was 19, 20, 50, 55, and 62. Okay, so I got 3 green and 2 orange. So there's none in red, none in blue, 2 orange, and 3 green. I'm going to mark those red, and these blue. This goes up to 66, and this goes up to 56. Okay, so this means that this hit 29 consecutive drawings in a row. Okay, which ties the record. I have 15 of these auction cards, and the longest one was 29 as well. Okay, so it's tied the record. So this means that out of 29, the last 29 consecutive drawings, one of these orange numbers have come up. Okay, so it's getting pretty due to miss here. Okay, I've been picking this for the last couple of drawings here, and I've been getting burned on it, but I'm going to pick this again. I think this is going to be blue up here, so I'll be eliminating all these numbers off of the game card. Okay, so this is the whole strategy, is try to guess where these zeros are going to pop up. Okay, so for the last drawing here, I bet that there was going to be no orange numbers coming up, so we'll see how it did. Okay, so you can see that there was 2 blue, 1 red. $55 and $62, 2 green, so that means no orange came up. And there was 2 green. So the last drawing I got right. I guessed that this wasn't going to come up, and I guessed right. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay, so I got 1 red, I got 1 blue, I got 1 orange, the 55, and 2 green, the 50 and 62. So this is a row. Okay, so who knows what's going to happen? Maybe this will double up, but I doubt it. Okay, so because there are so many here, but you never know. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay, so I got green, orange, blue, orange, red. Okay, so I got 1 red, 1 blue, 2 orange, and 1 green. That's a row again. Okay, so here's another one that I've been picking a lot at lately. Okay, this green one, now it's up to 27 drawings in a row. 27 consecutive drawings, so I'm going to be picking that this is going to be a 0, 2. So I'll be eliminating all these green numbers, and hopefully they won't be coming up. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay, so I got 1 red, I got 3 blue, 1, 2, 3. I got 1 orange, so that means no green. I'm going to mark these red. And I'm going to mark this 54. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay, so it's blue, orange, orange, red, green. Sounds like another row. There's one red, one blue, two orange, and one green. Mark these red. Okay, so this is what this looks like here. So this is up to 8. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay, so I got orange, green, blue, orange, red. So there's one red, one blue, two orange, one green for another row. Okay, so it's certainly hard to pick these zeros when they keeps on coming up rows like this. Okay, so looking at this one here, you can see that there hasn't been a double row in a while. Okay. Way down here. Okay, so I think that this is going to be due for another row right here. Okay, so when I do pick my 5 numbers that I think will be coming up, I want them to represent each one of these 4 colors here in this option card number 10. Okay, so off to the next one. Okay, so I got a blue, red, red. So I got 2 red, 1 blue, no orange, and 1 green. I'm sorry, I got 2 blue, 2 red, 2 blue, 1 green, no orange. Okay, so if I could have guessed that this was going to be a 0 right here, I could have eliminated all these orange numbers, and that would have reduced my odds by a ton. Okay, so I'm off to the next one. Okay, so I got red, orange, red, red, blue. So there's 3 red, blue, and orange, and no green. Okay, so again, if I could have guessed that there was going to be no green in this option card and no orange in this option card, you know, it could have been huge. Okay, so that's what it's all about. All right, so the next one is I have 15 of these option cards, so I'm at 13 here. Okay, so I have red, blue, blue, orange, orange. So 1 red, 2 blue, 2 orange, and no green. Change this to 59. Okay, so you can see that there hasn't been a row in a while. Okay, so this is why I write down these rows. Okay, so usually it's right around 10. Okay, 10 drawings. If I haven't seen one in a row, usually it comes up. So here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it's like 3 overdue here. So I'm kind of thinking that there's probably going to be a row right here. So when I pick my 5 winning numbers, I want them to represent each one of these 4 colors here. Okay? And along with option card number 10. Alright, so this is how I use my game. And hopefully I'll get them right one of these days. Okay? So next one is I got blue, red, red, blue, blue. Okay? So I got 2 red, 3 blue, no orange, no green. Gonna mark these blue because they missed. Mark these red because they hit. Change this to 48. This to 42. And this to 5 drawings that I hit. Okay, so last one. 15. So I got orange, green, green, red, red. So I got 2 red, no blue, 1 orange, and 2 green. So again, I'll mark those red. So I'll mark blue. Okay, so the reason why I keep this is because if something is like really, if one of these aren't keeping up, like this red and this orange here are way below the blue and the green, well, someday they're going to start catching up here, okay? So this helps me determine or make a guess on where there's going to be a 0, okay? And you just have to go with your gut feeling and just go with it. Okay, so I already did this already, so the overview of things is for this red area, for all 15 red areas, there was 2 zeros, 3 in the blue, 4 in the orange, and 4 in the green. Okay, so I'm going to mark these all red. Okay, and when I mark them blue, it means that it hit 5 zeros. Okay, and the reason why I do 5 is because it's a third of all 15 of them. Okay, so when I think that there's going to be a blue mark here, okay, or especially right here in this blue, means that I think at least 5 out of the 15 are going to have zeros to them. Okay, so all these kind of look the same as far as red, blue, orange, green for all the option cards. It's just that the numbers that they represent are a little bit different from each other. Okay, so again, when I think that there's going to be a 0, and I'm thinking that there might be one here in the blue, and maybe 2 of them. Okay, because that does happen. And here's 3 of them right here. Okay, so let me add this up. So I got 2 and 3 is 5, 4 is 9, and 4 is 13. So I write down how many have come up. Okay, so every once in a while it gets really big. Okay, so like here's 19 and here's a 20. I mean, when that happens, that's just a ton of zeros that you could choose from, and maybe you could knock out a bunch of numbers and avoid eliminating the ones that actually come up. Okay, so that's the whole strategy behind this. Okay, so thanks for watching, folks. If you're interested, you can go to my website at www.patreon.com/Decoding the Powerball. Or if you like, you can email me personally at decodingpowerball@gmail.com. Again, that's decodingpowerball@gmail.com. All right, folks, I appreciate you watching, and best of luck with your picks.